I need to start this video off with an anecdote, and I don't usually like to do that. I typically don't talk about myself personally in my videos, but if I don't tell this story, then the rest of the video won't make any sense. And some of you, a handful of you who talk to me offline, you might have heard this story already, so just, bear with me. But I have a distant uncle, Angus Valor, and I don't really get along with most of my family, but my Uncle Angus, he's got a daughter, and which that in and of itself is unusual because, Valor men do not produce Valor women. That just doesn't happen. It hasn't happened in, generations. So, she was born, all albino and everything, but, she's just a kid, so, But anyway, at the beginning of this year, she turned 13. And because I don't get along with my uncle, I haven't really seen her in a good while. And, I went to the party and, asked her, how old are you going to be? She goes, 13. I'm like, 13? You're going to be raped pretty soon. Now, I got into trouble telling that joke. Everyone was like, Aldous said he was going to rape her. No, not me. I'm talking about, rapists. People who rape. They're going to rape her. Anyway, luckily for me, she got raped this year, so the joke really was on her, I guess. I didn't do it. Alright, someone else did it, and as you know, that makes it even funnier. Now, feminists will argue that me telling this joke is the same thing as promoting some kind of mythical rape culture, and that just simply isn't the case. Because me telling this joke, as a result of that, rapes have not skyrocketed. Hold on. No. I'd say they'd stayed about the same. Maybe I just didn't tell enough rape jokes, alright? So let's try another one. So the other day, I'm driving along in my windowless white van, and I got a pair of midgets tied up in the back. And, I really wasn't setting out to find, midgets to take home with me. And, I really got lucky because they were like brother and sister. But the whole time, driving back, I'm thinking, just what the hell am I going to do with these midgets? And so, eventually I decided and I made them fuck. That joke might not count, because in that joke, I didn't rape the midgets. Well, I guess they raped each other, technically. But again, the number of incestuous midget rapes has not skyrocketed. In fact, I think it's exactly as likely that the difference between yesterday and today, the number of incestuous midget rapes might have actually gone down. You're welcome. Alright, let's put this to the test. Let's really, test this theory. Alright. I am not musically inclined at all. I have zero musical talent. But there is still one thing I can do to benefit the music industry, and that would be raping Justin Bieber in the asshole. But I don't want to do that, because then I'll get AIDS. Ah, feminists. Now what are you going to do? Now you have to make a choice. Was that a rape joke, or was that an AIDS joke? Because I can actually make the argument that it was neither. It was a music joke. And the first one, that was a birthday joke. And the second one, that was a midget rape joke. That was. Fair point. But telling those jokes does not promote any kind of rape culture. In fact, none of those jokes implies that rape is at all a good thing. Well, except maybe the Justin Bieber anal rape, which I think, even feminists would agree he totally fucking deserves. I mean, I want 3 reported cases of Justin Bieber anal rape, daily. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's why I shouldn't improvise. But no, in all of those jokes, it's implied that rape is a horrible, terrible thing to happen to a person, or in the case of Justin Bieber, a totally justifiable punishment. But still, something bad. In none of those jokes am I saying that rape is okay. But they'll argue that this promotion of some kind of mythical rape culture somehow normalizes rape. And if that was the case, they would not be so hard-pressed today to name 3 people who agree that rape is normal human behavior. All right, I guess I should qualify that. They can't name 3 non-rapists because amongst rapists, rape is normal behavior. And I guess they shouldn't be able to name 3 rape victims because, you know, amongst rape victims, you know, rape is normal behavior. And that was probably the most offensive rape joke ever told. Alright, Aldous. I've been watching your videos for a very long time, and I know the drill. You always start off with some kind of absurdity, and then you make a point. So let's get to the point. Alright, here it comes. My point is that if it wasn't for feminists, I would not have an hour-long routine of nothing but rape jokes. So thank you. Before you guys started saying that, you know, rape jokes were off limits, you know, my routine was a mix of, you know, rape, abortion, midgets, AIDS, masturbation, and the Holocaust. It was this heterogeneous mix. So thank you for that. You pushed me to be something better than I am. But I'm not promoting a rape culture. You're promoting a victim culture. If you don't believe me, I'll prove it to you. It's easy. Any college girl can go out and frame some dude for rape because of the fucking bullshit kangaroo courts that they have on college campuses. And when that falls through because we go to like an actual court, you know, a real one that's, you know, fair, you know, the girl then, you know, decides to walk around with a mattress on her back because she's, you know, an attention whore. And when her attention starts to wane, she, you know, releases a porno reenacting the rape. You're normalizing that. Stop making up problems out of thin air. That's like buying a rape whistle after the fact. Or at the very least, if you're going to be making up problems, you could at the very least at least pretend to try and be working on some solutions instead of complaining about them in your, you know, weekly or daily fucking daisy chains. And we need a better term for that. Because if I had said circle jerk, you would have known exactly what I meant. We need a better term for the female equivalent of a circle jerk. Leave your comments below. We need to work on that as a community. But rape jokes do not promote some kind of mythical rape culture, and I can prove it to you. If you're a feminist and you've made it all the way through this video, even if you can't fucking stand me, you have to agree with this. None of my jokes that I told about rape, none of the big ones in the beginning or any of the little ones scattered throughout, none of those jokes have done anything to increase your personal desire to rape. And the same can be said for any comedian. None of their rape jokes does anything to affect their audience's desire to rape. Rapists and non-rapists alike, the desire remains the same. And until you can prove otherwise, you can go fuck the dog. And that's another thing, go fuck the dog. I've been saying that for years, and with increased regularity, you know, lately. But in all the years I've been saying that, nobody I've ever told to go fuck the dog has actually ever done it. Except maybe Shani.